Cool. We're live. Let's do it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Bryce Boudreaux Show. It is Wednesday, March 12th, the day after 3/11. Tonight's going to be a pretty cool episode. We've got promoter for a very special event happening in Baton Rouge, Louisiana this Friday night. It's Gloves for Gleason. Greeks versus ALS. Greeks against ALS. We'll have the promoter Kyle Ogea in here with us just a few minutes away. It's going to be a great event. He's going to talk all about it, break everything down, and exactly what we're trying to accomplish here and why. And we'll talk about the competitors of the event because this is not your average combat sports event. So we're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. So without further ado, let's welcome our guest for tonight's episode of the Bryce Boudreaux Show. He is Kyle Ogea. Here he is. He's coming. Maybe we lost connection with him. Earth to Kyle. Earth to Kyle. Maybe, maybe not. This is the way you start the show right here, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle, no pressure, buddy. Just whenever you're ready, come on out. There he is.
There we go. I got a call, so it turned off for some reason.
Yeah, just put it on do not disturb or something, and or let everybody know you got important business to handle. You're on the Bryce Boudreaux Show tonight. So we got Kyle here. It's this Friday night in Baton Rouge, live from historic Texas Club. It is Gloves for Gleason. Kyle, this is the first time, if I'm not mistaken, that you've ever promoted a combat sports event. Am I right?
Oh, that is definitely correct.
uh, so with that, what has been, I don't know, I guess the eye-opening experience here, because this is your first time promoting a combat sports event. You know what? Screw that question I was about to ask. Let me ask you this. Gloves for Gleason. Who is Gleason and why are there gloves? What is going on? Tell me and tell the people.
So Gleason, I'm not sure if you're from Louisiana or not, but I think growing up in Louisiana, everyone's gonna know who Steve Gleason is. Back to after Katrina when he blocked that kick, he really helped out Louisiana by doing that. And then to go on later in his life and be an inspiration throughout many years. And now me being able to support that and help them out, it's an honor. Um, so I think just seeing what they've been able to do for people, how they've been able to help out, I just wanted to be a part of that, and so far it's going pretty well.
So, and you mentioned Steve Gleason, of course, New Orleans Saints legend, and you mentioned the block punt. I remember watching that live. That's what they call the rebirth, the statue outside of the Superdome of Steve Gleason blocking that punt, blocking the punt against the Atlanta Falcons. That was the night the Saints went back to the Superdome after Katrina. Historical moment, and Steve Gleason is the one that started it all. And of course, there's a lot of people out there that might not know who Steve Gleason is or his story, and that's it right there. And then after that, Steve Gleason sadly began suffering with ALS, and that has caused Steve to live his life in a wheelchair. He's paralyzed, but that doesn't stop him. Steve can't speak. He uses a computer to speak. I mean, but you'll see Steve at the craziest places. For instance, Mardi Gras. The dude is rolling around on Mardi Gras in the French Quarter, shirtless. Like, it's Steve Gleason, and he does what he wants. I'll never forget. Ironically, we're talking about a boxing event here. After the big Paul and Tyson fight, somebody made a meme, and it was like Steve Gleason is the next challenger for Logan Paul. And Steve Gleason actually tweets, and he's like, "Name a time and a place and bring a white flag." Steve Gleason is he doesn't care, bro. And
He's a
that's
one of a kind.
bingo. He's one of a kind. He's still got the spirit, bro. He is legit, man. And so Team Gleason is where the proceeds are going to go. How did this relationship begin with you and Team Gleason?
So when it first became an idea, me and a couple friends who are helping out with this event, we're just kind of who should the money go towards? How are we going to do this? And then someone that was helping me goes, I have someone that I know who has ALS. Team Gleason would be a great one. Everyone knows who it is. They've done so much. So from there, I really liked it. I have his jersey in my closet right now.
Nice.
So just knowing his story and seeing how that charity helps people and see what they've been able to do, I felt like it was a no-brainer.
Bingo, 100%. And I guess we can go to the beginning. Uh, what sparked you to have this want to do this type of event? Because this is not everybody wants to do. Normally, if it's I don't know an event like this, not a lot of people are thinking about. Well, let's do a boxing event for ALS. So, what inspired you to do this type of event too, and to take on being a boxing promoter now?
Um, so I guess it originally starts like my grandfather and my uncle, they both boxed when they were younger and had success at least at the amateur level. They didn't go pro or anything. So I think growing up with that, I was always very interested in boxing. I went through a phase in high school where I was just reading boxing autobiographies. So I love getting into that. And then we get to college, and my friend who goes to another college actually participated in an event like this, and he actually participated a couple weeks ago, and I went to that over there, and that was a blast. But just seeing what good they've been able to do with events like this other places, I figured people of Baton Rouge should tag along and see what it's about. Hello? Think I lost you, Bryce. Hello? Guess I'm running the show now. Let's see if I can figure out where he's at.
All right, folks. I apologize for that. I actually all the power just cut out, and this is the first time this has ever happened. Kyle, I do apologize, man. Can you hear me?
All good? Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're gonna get back here in just a few moments. I mean, anything can happen here on the Bryce Boudreaux Show. I'm literally running this thing off my phone now. Uh, Backstory: all the power just went out from my computer, and it literally was just like pop, and everything shut down. First time that's ever happened. Hopefully, that's the last time it ever happens. Kyle, you were talking about reading boxing books back in school and being inspired, and then you had a buddy that just fought on a recent card. I'm going to hop off the screen, switch everything back to the computer. I'm going to let you tell the people that story, continue telling people that story. All right.
Sounds good. So, being able to see my friend start participating in a sport that I kind of started finding very interesting, and being able to actually go to the event and see that the support that they got over there, see how it's all set up, and thankfully my buddy came out with a victory. Um, but I think that's where it all comes from is seeing the people around me enjoy this sport and then also turning that into a way I can raise money for people who really need it. And I think choosing Team Gleason was the perfect choice. Um, I've been able to work with them, talk to their team, and they've been more than helpful. They've supported me all the way through this. And yeah, I mean, I can't say enough good things about the people around me who have helped create this event and get it to where it's at. Because I think I'm only the surface level of it. You know, there's Casey McKenzie from Titan Combat. I went to his event actually, I think it was last Friday, and that was a show. Bryce was there doing the announcements and everything, so it was great to see him in action. But being able to meet all these people, I think, is going to be very beneficial for me, and it's been a pleasure setting it all up. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I think just setting up a boxing event, something that I've been interested in for a while, and kind of taking that jump to do something big that's bigger than ourselves and bring a lot of awareness to something like ALS, Team Gleason. I'm looking forward to Friday, and it's going to be a great time. Oh, perfect timing. I was running out of words to say.
Man, crazy how things happen on here. Completely unpredictable. Heard everything you said, man, and you totally did a great job running the show there. I'm having all sorts of craziness happen over here. I got my settings popping up. I mean, you never know what could happen here.
Oh, yeah,
This complete rarity. Can everybody hear me? Okay, are we good?
I can hear you. Uh-oh.
Cool.
Oh,
So let's see what. Let's get back to this. I'm sorry. So sorry, everybody. This never happens. Okay.
your screen's black now. Oh,
Now
there you go.
now I'm hearing echoes. Hold on. Can you can you talk real quick,
What was
Kyle?
that?
Yeah. All good. Cool. All righty. Sorry about that, folks. Anything happen here on the show, and you're clearly seeing it. We had technical difficulties, and now it's all over. Now I have an echo coming out of a device. Anything can happen on the show. Okay. Hold on one second, man. Sorry about this, everybody. This never happens. Kyle, I do apologize again.
All good.
There we go. Cool. All righty. So we're getting back to this. You were talking about back to normal, folks. Anything can happen here on the show, and you're seeing it. So Kyle, we were talking about you were mentioning after athlete, which is over on Bryce Boudreaux Show. We were talking, or you were telling the people about just how this all came to be, being inspired to be a combat sports, and meeting uh, people associated with Team Gleason. Last Friday, Titan.
You're cutting in and out on me. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I think it's better now.
The the beauty of live television.
Yep.
Can you
Okay.
hear me and see me and everything's good?
Yep.
Okay. So you mentioned everything, talking about being inspired to be a boxing promoter and all of that good stuff, contacting people with Team Gleason and getting involved in all of this. Then you mentioned being at Titan Combat Championship this past weekend. What did you think about Titan Combat Championship? If I'd have known you were there, I would have came and I would have said what's up to you, but I had no clue you were there. What did you think about Titan Combat Championship for at LaBerge?
I mean, it was a blast because the only other combat event I went to was that college boxing event. So it's college guys. You're not going to be seeing too much technique, but being able to see how pros do it, including the people behind the scenes, like the setup and everything. I mean, it was awesome. Thomas Webb with that final win of the night. That was a great fight to watch, and it just pumps me up even more for Friday.
Yeah, and we're talking about Titan Combat and being inspired to do one of these events. Webb was in the main event, and those that might not know, Thomas Webb. Here we go. I'm popping up the graphic. There we go. There was the graphic right there. Thomas Webb, Montreal James. Of course, Thomas Webb won that fight in the second round. By RNC. If I'm not mistaken, to do with this event putting on.
You're cutting in and out again. Let's see. Okay, I think it's better now.
Okay, it's. Can you hear me? Are we all good, Kyle?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, getting back to the question that I asked, I don't know if you heard that question or not. About Thomas Webb's involvement in your event. You know, Thomas Webb won the main event at Titan Combat Championship 4. Doesn't he have a little something to do with your event, right?
Yeah, so we brought this idea over to the UFC gym on Sherwood, and when I first brought it, I knew nobody there. It was just, would y'all be interested in figuring out something for a boxing event? And then they structured it where there's two different groups. So training's Monday through Thursday. One group goes Monday and Wednesday, and one group goes Tuesday and Thursday. So Monday and Wednesday, Thomas Webb is actually the coach, and then on Tuesday and Thursday, it is Coach Darius over there. And I mean, they have been awesome to work with. I've been able to go into a few of those sessions, and I've seen the guys preparing to fight in our event, and I mean, they've been working them. They've been learning a lot, pushing them, and I'm really happy with Coach Thomas and Coach Darius's involvement. I think we got two guys who, care for this cause and want to be a part of it, and they've exceeded expectations that I could have ever thought of.
So Thomas is one of the coaches, Thomas Webb. What's the other coach?
Coach Darius. I'm not sure on his last name, but
Okay, so from what I was told, and I could be wrong, we're splitting this up: red corner, blue corner. One coach will have one corner, the other coach will have the other corner, and whoever wins we're just competing for bragging rights here, right?
oh yeah, winner gets the pride.
That's awesome, man. And I gotta tell you what, man, that takes a lot of guts to just walk into an MMA gym, and just say I want to speak to somebody that can help me out. Not a lot of people can do that, especially I don't know, someone who's new to the industry. So props to you, Kyle, for just walking into an MMA gym. And then Thomas Webb. Thomas Webb's no joke, man. But from what I heard, he is like fired up for this. And I've seen the pictures. We mentioned them training the guys. Let's see. We had a few images on deck here, and it's looking like with technical difficulties that we had. Sadly, we might have lost some of those. Really hope not. But Yeah, man. Thomas Webb has been training these guys. I've been seeing the videos online, the interviews. That's been really cool. Props to you, man. The interviews online have been really good with some of the fighters. There are some of the competitors, because a lot of these guys don't really fight all the time. They're just competitors. Here we go. A couple images from the training of there's Thomas Webb talking to some of the guys right there. A couple other ones right there. A couple of the guys.
Um,
Oh, that's going to be the weigh-ins right there. Here we go. There's. We'll talk about that here in a second. There's a great shot right there. Thomas Webb showing these guys how to throw a punch. You know, most of these guys, if they've ever thrown a punch, it was probably after a night of partying or whatever, and because these guys aren't really regular fighters, and that's the cool thing. And just to clarify, right, these guys are all amateur fighters. These guys
yeah,
are not professionals. This is the first time a lot of these guys have ever trained to fight. Definitely the first time a lot of these guys will enter a ring, correct?
yes, sir. And also to go back to the interviews and all that great stuff, I got to give credit to Roger over at that gym. Going in there, and he was the one I originally spoke to. I gotta say, he has really put time and effort into helping us out, shooting pictures for us, getting some videos together. So those videos and all those pictures, those came from him. I'm really glad he decided to help us out. He's been a pleasure to work with, so I got to give him a shout out. I can't take the credit for that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's pretty cool. They here's what I see. They believe in what you're trying to achieve, and that's awesome. You have a really big gym that's in Baton Rouge that's on your side, so that's freaking awesome. Talking about the event leading up to the event, as you know, these guys are all training. Um, there's going to be a lot of good fights coming up, and we will break down the card here in just a few moments. But tomorrow night, from what I'm seeing on social media, and correct me if I'm wrong, we've got the weigh-ins and the face-offs live at Murphy's. Tell me a little bit about this and how this came about, and what you're expecting here. The weigh-ins at Murphy's. So you're going to have weigh-ins for gloves for Gleason at Murphy's.
Yeah. So Murphy's, we brought the idea to them. So we kind of had a contact in them, and we brought the idea to them. And speaking of people who, believed in this project and in this event, they stepped up. They are one of our sponsors. They are a ring sponsor for our event, and they stepped up to have the weigh-ins. And so we plan to, have the fighters in the back getting ready, and then we'll call them out on stage, step on a scale, and then we'll do a face off and maybe a short little interview. But I think it's going to be really good for getting the crowd hyped in just a little bit, just to show what people are in store for.
Yeah, I mean, and you're a promoter, your first time promoting a combat sports event. That's a good chance to sell tickets. There's going to be a lot of people there that have no clue what's going on, and it's a good opportunity to sell tickets. But we're talking about selling tickets. From what I'm told, you're sold out already, right?
Yes, sir. I had a meeting today, and I pretty much got told you cannot sell anymore. It's going to be a packed house. So people are excited for this. I'm excited for it, and for good reason too. I've seen these guys train. I think it's going to be electric in there.
Bravo, man. Texas Club is going to be sold out. And we'll talk about some of the guys training everything here in a few minutes. But if I'm not mistaken, it's also a bit of a dress code, formal attire, right?
Yes, sir. So we're doing semi-formal, which might make little more sense to some college guys just because if they have semis or something like that. So just sports coat, khakis, girls, cocktail dresses. You can wear a suit if you want, but yeah, we wanted to make it special, and I think given a reason for people to dress up will do just that.
Genius, dude. You have the right idea. And I wish more promotions would take advantage of this and say, listen, like, don't show up to the fights dressed up like your drunk uncle, or or you just got off of work, you're wearing your high vision vest and your hard hat. Like, this is an important event, and this is a big event. You never know who's going to be there. Dress the nines. You've got the right idea, Kyle. I gotta say, man, first time promoter, selling out historic Texas club where names and stars turn into icons and legends, and formal dress code. You've got it going on, man. And we talked about the training, and you've seen some of these guys. We could take a look at the fight card. Let's see. There's a bit of look of the fight card right there. So, what's some of the bouts that you're looking forward to that stick out more than any of them that you think are going to really go the distance and really make these people happy?
So first and foremost, I'm gonna have to go main and co-main because there's a reason they're up there. The
Okay.
main event, we got Holden Fox versus Michael Hyde, and I think they're both gonna pull a lot of people in. It's gonna be real exciting in that venue, and it'll also definitely be the most technical fight of the night in my opinion. I've seen these guys train; they know what they're doing. Um, so I think it'll be a great fight technically, but I also think they're gonna get in there prepared to throw their hands and let loose a little. So that's exciting. Co-main event, we got Jackson Dickerson versus Wyatt Zosk. Those are two big boys. I've seen them, and I'm looking up at both of them. So Jackson Dickerson, 6'5", around 270. Wyatt, he's about same height, same weight. So those are going to be some big dudes getting in there ready to let go.
Did you say 270?
Oh yeah, 270 to 280 around there.
Yeah, man. These guys are big. These guys are big.
Oh
Bruh,
yeah.
reinforce the ring. Let's go. Not in a bad way, but I want to see some heavyweight boxing. Let's go. Hell yeah, man. Um, dude. So that's a great little breakdown of the card. And once again, these are all amateur fighters. Their first time in technically what is considered by the state rally boxing. But come on, it is a slugfest style event. Contact boxing. This is the real deal. And I mean, you could definitely see some knockouts. You could see a lot of you could see some injuries. Anything is possible with an event like this. There is no BS here, folks. Big shout out those that are watching. Shout out to Casey McKenzie that's actually watching right now. If you're watching right now, leave a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. Say what's up, and yeah, we definitely appreciate it. Shout out Casey McKenzie actually watching right now, man. Casey McKenzie, of course, you mentioned earlier a big part of this event happening, right?
What was that? You cut out on one of those words.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying that Casey McKenzie is actually watching us right now. Casey McKenzie was a big part of putting this event together, correct?
Oh yeah, he's been supporting me. I've been blowing up his phone with questions, trying to figure out what to do next, and he's always answered me, always given me good advice, and always been in my corner. So I'm very happy to have him on my side. And as I think a bunch of people saw last Friday at his event, there's a reason every event he does sells out or comes close. But I think that's a big reason why this event is going to be so electric and fun.
Hell yeah, yeah. Casey, and I've said this. Casey is he's still new to the world of promoting combat sports, but that doesn't mean anything compared to what he's actually done. It's unbelievable. I mean, he sold out La Berge Hotel and Casino, the first ever MMA event in that building, and it takes people years to do shows at casinos. He does it in his first year, totally knocks it out of the park. Casey McKenzie is a great guy to learn from right now, man. He's promoting the hottest MMA event in Baton Rouge right now. So you're right there, man. You're doing this charity boxing event. Once again, it's Gloves versus Gleason happening this Friday night live at historic Texas Club in Baton Rouge. Once again, it is completely sold out. So if you wanted to come to this event, no mas. Will people be allowed to watch this event on Facebook or something? Are we gonna have somebody filming or no? Or
As of right now, no, we do not plan on having that just because it's first year. So, when it was like really game planning and figuring out what we were going to do, we had no idea how this was going to go. So,
smart? Yeah, I get it. Ring girls. We're gonna have ring girls.
Yes, Murphy's is actually providing a ring girl, and I
Okay, cool.
believe the round cards as well. So it should be exciting.
Let's go. Hell yeah, man. Shout out Casey McKenzie leaving a comment here. Let's see. I'm trying to pop this comment up. There it is. There it is. Cool. Shout out Casey McKenzie. Thanks for the kind words. Well, Casey, you're welcome. We appreciate you, and we will see you this Friday
Yes, sir.
night. We love Casey McKenzie here on the Bryce Boudreaux Show. So yeah, man, you got a big event Friday. Of course, the events leading up to Friday night. Fight week schedule. I like this. You got weigh-ins tomorrow night happening at Murphy's. Is at 9 p.m. And then of course, Friday night we got the fights happening 7 p.m. Doors open at 6 p.m. Semi-formal attire on Friday night, which is the night of the event. Gloves for Gleason. And then this is something really cool that I just found out today. The official after party going down at Fred's. Bruh,
Yes, sir.
that's awesome.
So
And so
yeah,
isn't there like a special deal with like if you have tickets to the event, you can get into Fred's, something like that?
yes, sir. So we're still working on the graphic, the official graphic for Fred's, but the official after party will be there. They are also there with us sponsoring this event, believing in what we're doing. And so they reached out. They would love to be the official after party. If you attend the boxing event, it's free cover to Fred's. So I think it's going to be a blast. Go watch your friends, go watch your buddies fight, and then go celebrate at Fred's.
Sounds like a great deal, man. Hell yeah. Well, dude, it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. I'm fired up. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to announce this event. I actually specially ordered a really cool bow tie. It's black paisley with a little gold trimmed in there, a little black and gold for
Let's
this
go.
weekend's event. Of course, as you know, we are celebrating Steve Gleason. It's his gloves for Gleason. There it is. Oh, clean right there. I like that. So that's what we're gonna be doing right there. Gloves for Gleason. And it's gonna be a whole lot of fun. I have this graphic too. Oh yeah, what is this all about? I saw this sorority throwdown for a cause. Is that something for y'all, right?
Yeah, so we're doing a competition. We can spread the challenge, and so we reached out to different sororities, and whoever raises the most money will get $500 towards their philanthropy, so towards their charity of choice, and they can get a free chapter night out over at the house.
Nice. Let's go, dude. You got to figure it out, man. There's going to be a lot of fraternities, sororities that are going to be in the house. Majority all LSU students. So this will be a whole hell of a lot of fun, man. I'm looking forward to it, Kyle. We're gonna knock this thing out of the park. It's gonna be a great night. Texas Club, where names become legends and icons. Willie Nelson, for God's sake, has performed at the Texas Club, and there's going to be a lot of amateur boxers performing there this Friday night. Kyle, you're going to knock it out of the park, man. I'm looking forward to it, and I think a lot of other people are. It's going to be freaking fantastic. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this Friday night, Gloves for Gleason happening at the Texas Club in Baton Rouge. There are no more tickets available. It is completely sold out. But if you're fighting on the card or if you're going to the event, be sure to share the buzz. Let everybody know that you're going to this event, and let's hope for a very successful event, which it will be. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, and see your friends knock people out or get knocked out. And I know there's going to be a lot of people wishing that both ways. So it's going to be great. Kyle, before we go, any last words before we get out of here?
Um, just expect fireworks because it's going to happen at any point, but it's coming.
Wow. Well said. Ladies and gentlemen, that just about does it here for us on the Bryce Boudreaux Show. Oh, Kyle, do you want people to follow Gloves for Gleason on social media? You have an Instagram. It's Gloves for Gleason. Where else are you out on social media?
So right now we're only at Gloves for Gleason, but through the bio right there, you can go to our website, our Venmo, and we do have a ticket link, but as mentioned, that is no longer of use.
So your Venmo, people can donate to Team Gleason through that, or don't
Yeah,
donate to
so
y'all.
yeah, that'll go to us. we're looking real good on the money we're going to be raising for Team Gleason. So if you want to be a part of that, reach out.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all for good cause. We are going to fight against ALS this Friday night. We're going to have a great time doing it. Kyle, I wish you the best, man. See you Friday night. It's going to be freaking awesome. Best of luck with weigh-ins tomorrow night. You know what? What if some scraps start happening at the weigh-ins? What if we have a face-off that gets a little too dirty, man?
Well,
Do you expect that to happen?
uh, I don't know. I expect some trash talk, but we're going to
Let's
have to settle
go.
those fights in the ring, not in the bar.
That's it. That's what it's all about. Well, I mean, the ring will be in a bar. Texas Club is technically a bar, so I don't know. That's fair. All right, everybody. That just about does it for us. So for Kyle Ogea, this has been Bryce Boudreaux. You've been watching the Bryce Boudreaux Show. We thank you so much, and good night. We'll see you. Hasta luego, and what's the French word for goodbye? Au revoir.